Okay, so it's the 28th of May. I was driving home and finally I have been given the alert that the update is ready to install. So I've been a little bit apprehensive about this update because there have been some problems and Polestar pulled it a couple of times because it was not working that well on people's cars. So I'm a little bit nervous about doing the update. So I decided, sod it, we're going to do it anyway because it needs to be done. And if there is a problem, then I'll have to get Polestar to loan me a car so I can still do what I need to do. But I don't know if you can see that on the screen now. Various updates, the main thing being the Polestar digital key and the app functionality, which is why I'm interested in it, and also some battery preconditioning, which will actually preheat the battery a little bit when doing AC charging, when you're charging in between 90 and 100, so when you're basically on a long trip. So I'm interested in doing this because obviously I'm going to have some camper trips coming up. So let's press install, and then hopefully I'll roll the intro and I'll come back with showing you how to set up the app and the digital key and having a quick little look at that. So confirm, leave the car and lock to start the installation. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half. Let's see if the car has updated. So it's unlocking, which is a good sign. Let's jump in and have a look. Okay, so it's booting up. Okay, so there's no notifications, so I'm guessing. Aha! There we go. Installation successful. So my car didn't brick. Yes! Right, so what we do now is we set up this digital key. So let's get everything ready. So let's turn the lights back on. So take my mask and stuff out of this lower section here. So what we need to do is get all of our keys. So the spare keys, so that little sport activity key and the little key there, and then my main key. Put those all in that centre section. Then we have a look on here. So up here we go down to digital key. Okay, and then let's get the app up. See if we can get this working. So I'm hoping that this update also improves the connectivity as well, which has been a bit patchy for me recently if you've seen some of the other videos. So we load the Polestar app up as well. Go into my setup and then go to pair your car. Not sure how well this shows up on here. Start scanning. Okay, let's click the pair phone button as well. Okay, searching for keys. Okay, so we have a code up there. Same code here, it's a good start. Okay, so the number does match. So we click next or yes. Pairing complete. That was super quick. So let's have a look on here. The phone says what do I want to do? So I guess Always allow and see if it drains the battery too much. So Polestar 2. Activate digital key. It'll take up to 2 minutes. Pair. There we go. So get started. Does not show the battery percentage currently, so press the lock button. Lock. Car did not lock. So I remember reading something online that basically indicated it can take like 36 hours or something until things start to work properly on the phone app-wise. So I think we'll leave it overnight, see how things are in the morning. Obviously that would only have been like 12 hours, but that update process was pretty smooth. Pairing was pretty smooth. So maybe they fixed some of the problems that they had. I'm just glad that my car's not bricked, because I was a little bit worried about that. So come back in a moment in the morning, see how the app's working, let you guys have an update. Sorry for my voice as well. I've got a stinking cold. So before I call it a day, I notice it says on here that data sharing is turned off for battery. Use the touchscreen in the car to change this. So let's have a little look, see what we're looking for here. So I think it was on the main screen, and go down to settings, privacy and data sharing, Polestar privacy settings maybe. Polestar Connect is off. How do I turn that on? It's grayed out. Okay, so just messing around, and I think the problem is that I haven't yet added my Polestar account. I thought that was already on there, but apparently it isn't. So I'm going to add this in, and then hopefully those grayed out bits will be not grayed out bits, and then the app won't have this data sharing issue problem thingy. So let's see how we get on. Okay, I'm just about to give up, but it says that I can sync now. Just sync button. Try again. In here, privacy. Aha! Okay, so Polestar Connect. Yes, on. What's this active? The vehicle equipment and this information will be processed by a research team. Yeah, oh, that's already on by default. Oh, okay, that was off for sure. Okay, vehicle data analytics. Yeah. Oh, it's turned on automatically as well. It said off on the other screen, didn't it? Okay, but that all says it's on now, so I guess that's a good thing. So let's have a look on the app, see if that's doing anything different now. Ha 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 ha! 46%. 46%. 110 miles. And 190 kilometers range. Okay. Need to have a little mess around with that. But see if we can do climate. So climate is currently off. If I click here, climate not activated. Okay. Well, progress. I think we'll come back in the morning once it's had time. Again, Polestar say it can take up to 36 hours for things to sort itself out, but there's some progress of connectivity happening here. Okay, so I appreciate this has been a little bit of a longer video probably than you're expecting. I want to show the install process, and now I've left it. It's been 4 or 5 days, I think, since I did the update. It's now the 2nd of June.
I wanted to give time for the app to sync and do whatever it was doing, and also drive the car and kind of try the app out and see kind of how things work. So I'll keep this a bit brief. The good news is the car still works fine. The only thing I did notice was that the one pedal driving had been turned off for some reason, so I had to turn that back on. That was a bit of a shock when I came to the end of the first junction and there was no regenerative braking. But turn that back on, that's fine. The LTE connection and GPS, touch wood, seems to be stronger and more reliable, so that's a good thing. But the app, it's great that we finally have an app, but it's not brilliant. So a couple of things don't work the way that I thought they would, or aren't working for me. I've done a little bit of research into it, but at the same time didn't want to put loads of effort into it, because to me, to some extent, this stuff should just work. So the digital key, I assumed that if you have the app set to always be running in the background, then you can just walk up to the car without keys and you'll be able to open the door and lock and everything. That doesn't seem to work for me. So I can open the app and then unlock the car from there. Sometimes you open the app, it doesn't connect or do anything, so you have to close the app, open the app again. It seems there may be some proximity piece with the car as well. It's all a bit odd. I don't have loads of app experience with cars, but obviously my Tesla before had the app. That worked pretty well, like 90% of the time. My wife has the Nissan Leaf, and people moan about the app on that, but I've never had any issues with it. It's a bit slow to load sometimes, but it does load and works reliably well. With the Polestar app, like I said, sometimes I press unlock on the car and it unlocks, other times it doesn't. You can turn the climate on and off, but that's it. You can turn it on and off. You can't see what the current climate is. You can't set the temperatures up or down. It's just on or off. So I'm assuming it just goes to whatever temperature was you left it in the car before, which kind of sucks a little bit, but better than nothing, I guess. And then the other feature it has is the battery. So you can see the battery status, which is handy. As you saw, when I press the plus button, it displays in kilometers, even though my car's set to miles. I've been into my Polestar ID, made sure that my location is set to United Kingdom, my language is set to English, but no matter what I do, it still says kilometers. So yeah, it's all right, but I gotta be honest, it is a bit disappointing that I still love my Polestar, no regrets. Definitely think you should get one if you think about buying one. But the app, it's a long wait that people have had for it, and it's not that great. So hopefully it improves over time, but at least the car didn't brick, and hopefully the LTE stuff works better than it did before. And it is good to see about the precondition of the battery, which will help a little bit when the winter comes again. But yeah, finishing on a little bit of a downer, I guess. Again, great car, but it's just disappointing that the app isn't better than it is. So look forward to more functionality improvements. Thank you, Polestar.